call this house the rat house because it was filled with rats and cockroaches when we first bought it. So if you want to take a look at what it actually was like before renovations, make sure you check out the video somewhere on this screen because this will give you a different perspective of how this property looks now versus then. But welcome to 1227 Garber Street. This house we just finished renovating, we just sold it, and I'm gonna be giving you guys a complete breakdown of how we found the deal, the financial breakdown, like how much it costs to renovate if we made money and how much money we end up borrowing. Next, I'm gonna be going over the tour, the before and afters. I'm gonna give you a huge breakdown and a rundown of what it looked like before all this stuff happened and what it looks like now. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And then finally, the learning lessons. I always give you guys my learning lessons and what I could have done better for the next project, because every flip, every project that I do, there's always a learning lesson in it, and that will make you better as a investor, entrepreneur, or whatever you end up doing in life. So let's jump into it right now. This is how I found my deal. I partnered with another person in my network, in my community, that does jujitsu. As you guys don't know or know, I do jujitsu and I absolutely love it. It's my form of workout, meditation, whatever. And from there, we were able to combine forces to take on this property. And since he didn't have the experience of doing a full gut renovation, because a full gut is a lot of work, there's a lot of risk that goes into it, and you could lose your shirt if you don't do it right. So we partnered up and we end up doing this project together, so that way we shared the risk. So I recommend you guys do the same thing. And if you guys want to also be a part of my community, there's a link in the description below or in the bio. Furthermore, my buy box is in the description below. So if you guys have a deal in the Richmond area, you can send it to me, submit your information on my form, and I'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. The before and after tour is gonna blow you away on how much work was done on this property. Let's do it now. I read the exterior of the property and I want to go over some of the things that you saw before and how it is right now. As you can see here, this sidewalk is brand new, that we demoed the old one, added a new concrete walkway to it. We added new windows throughout the property, added a new door. We wrapped the pillars of the property, added new gutters to the property as well, added a mulch bed on the left and right side of the property, and we did a lot of brick repointing, which you really can't see throughout, but you can see one right there, and then throughout the property as well. We repaired the roof that was the slate, and then we added a new roof over here on the left-hand side of the property. So it's going to give you guys a tour of what it looked like before. So in the back of the property, we added a brand new heat pump, a new dryer vent as well. You see the new windows right there with the manufacturer label on there. And then when we initially did a walkthrough, this concrete patio was not here. So this is like completely uncovered from all the overgrown vegetation that was here. New back door, as you can clearly see. New windows still up top from the second floor. And then this is obviously all brand new handrails and post. We added a brand new crawl space door. And then we fixed the siding that was like right here. And then we basically more or less cleaned up a lot of the junk in the yard. And then we added a new light right there. New back door again right there. And so we did a lot of exterior work. And we cleaned up a lot of the backyard that was here. It had a lot of junk and dirt, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video. But let's just go inside and I'll give you guys a tour there. So we're inside of the living room here. And as you can clearly see, it's a night and day difference from where it was before and after the renovation. Everything in here is refinished or brand new. New paint on the walls, all new electrical outlets and fixtures. Even these recessed lights that are in here are brand new. Trim work is all brand new, right? And we have the little bonus room on the left side of the house. We call this the office area, and these are brand new windows right here and right there. All brand new paint on the floors, and we added a brand new window right there as well. Painted the fireplace, which looks absolutely amazing. and added brand new doors throughout the whole house. In the dining room here, again, we refinished the floors. As you can see, it's like a night and day difference. Added this very cute dining room light, which I love. And again, all the outlets and the fixtures are brand new. And then heading into the kitchen from the dining room, dude, the kitchen here is night and day difference. I mean, brand new floor tile, brand new kitchen countertops, kitchen cabinets, all new stainless steel appliances with the backsplash to match, faucet, and then pull handles. This thing looks so much nicer, way more cleaner, brand new recessed lights. And then on this side of the wall, we have a refrigerator cabinets with an outlet, and then this little cute little area where you have extra storage for your cookware or whatever it may be. Now we have a brand new door here that looks outside of the backyard, which you guys saw earlier. And then this was just an empty room, but we turned it into a half bathroom down here and continued the tile floors throughout. And this used to be empty. Nothing was in here. So we basically made a brand new bathroom in here, right? We have lights, mirror, toilet, vanity, all brand new here as a half bathroom. And then heading into the kind of hallway area, we added brand new stairs all the way to the top, which is expensive, was an unforeseen part of our budget, but it was well worth it. We moved the hot water tank into here because it made the most sense to free up the utility room. And the utility room was completely disgusting, honestly speaking. So we added a brand new stairs. We cleaned up a lot of this junk in here, and then we had a lot of rot in the ceiling. Once you open these up, it just becomes worse and worse. And added a brand new electrical panel, new washer outlets, and then the dryer vent. And then this is a brand new furnace to match the exterior unit. So let's go upstairs. So continuing the tour upstairs, we have a brand new bathroom. Brand new bathroom in here. Everything was completely gutted. This place was filled with rats and cockroaches. Added a brand new 24-inch vanity with a mirror light to match, right? And with this light right here, new exhaust fan, new window, new toilet, and then a brand new shower to go with a brand new bathroom. And then we have all of your shelving here, right? And then heading into the bedrooms here, we also refinished the floors as well throughout each bedroom. And the hallway, we have brand new ceiling fans, brand new doors, and a little bit of shelving right there. And then heading into bedroom number 2, again, new paint, new hardwood floors. We refinished hardwood floors, brand new light fixture, and outlets to match. In the third bedroom, we added a brand new closet. That's right here. We framed it out, built it out, added shelving and doors. So, and as you can clearly see, it's like a night and day different from the before and now after. So that was a tour of the before and after. I know it's absolutely kind of mind-blowing of what it looked like before and what it is now, but let's actually jump into the office so I can give you guys a full financial breakdown of the numbers, how much money we made, how much money we spent, and how much money we ended up borrowing, and the timeline associated with this build. Yo, welcome to my office, and we are already at my computer, and I'm gonna be jumping into the financials, as you guys can already tell. So let's get into it right now. So we bought this property last year, October 21st, and it took us 149 days to complete this project because we sold this property March 21st. We borrowed $238,000 with a second lien position of $55,000, bringing us a total loan payment of $293,000. So our first lien position, we have a 10% APR, which is just in interest. Our monthly payment is $1,983. Our points that we're going to be paying when we borrow the money when we buy the property is 2 points, which turns out to be about $4,700 right around there. We have about a 4-month hold period. We went over that just a little bit, but not too much. And then our projected interest that we'd be paying right under, $13,000 for this property right here. But our second lien position is our buddy, my partner's father-in-law that helped us out. Thank you so much for you, sir. We paid him 10 points flat for the 4 months that we end up borrowing, which gave him a total amount of $5,500 back in return. His total return is $60,500. All right. So now I'm gonna be showing you guys the HUD statement too as well, so you guys can verify these numbers. And I'm gonna show you guys the discrepancy between this and the HUD. Easy explanation. So this was not our total repair cost, but this is our total all-in cost, including holding cost, material, and labor. And I'll break that down here shortly. So this is the final selling price, $345,000. We were actually off by about $14,000. We thought adding that new bathroom and the half bathroom downstairs would have increased the ARV, but it didn't because of the interest rates, more or less. So this is our cost as far as selling. And this is our gross payout after second lien position. And then I believe I calculated this wrong, but let's just kind of go with the real numbers here towards the bottom here. So $55,660 is the second lien position. We actually paid our second lien position the interest payments. That was $5,500 before we closed. So we end up having to pay the difference of it, which we had a separate agreement. If we went over a certain amount of over the 4 months or whatever, then we would pay interest on an APR on a yearly basis. And then my partner's out of pocket was around $13,180, let's just call it. Total was around $68,839. My out-of-pocket expense was around $20,136. And then once you add it all up with the profits, we end up getting the split of $70,770 to my partner, and then the remaining of $22,000 to me. And let's take a look at the actual breakdown of what this all looks like. So these are total loan amounts right here. We have services that we end up paying for right around $5,400. And this includes dumpsters, pest control, inspection, and then listing services. Our materials that we end up basically paying for the project is right under $25,800. Our labor is right under $79,500. And then our holding cost is going to be right under $10,200, giving us a total of $121,277 that we have spent on this project. And this is what we end up coming out of pocket between my partner and I. $33,315.32, which is a lot, honestly speaking, for this project. We went over quite a bit. That could have been all profit if we would have estimated correctly. But once you do full guts, once you open up walls, you really can't see what's behind the walls. It's just going to finding more rot. So with that being said, let's just jump into the HUD statement. So I blocked these out because I just want to protect my borrower's information and the seller's information, which is us. Okay, so we have 1227 Garber Street, which I call the Rat House, as you guys already know. We have a selling price of $351, which is off, but we have a seller concession of $6,000, which brings us back to $345. Okay, so this is our not our net, our gross. You can see $2,000 more than the $92,000 because we actually agreed that we would hold back $2,000 so that we can get the remaining repairs that the buyers requested to be repaired. And if we don't fix that, then they'll get that $2,000 back. So that is cash to us. And then we have our cost breakdown right here, and then signatures to follow on the second page. So that's the HUD statement, guys. I mean, I just want to be as transparent as possible. So let's go back to the house and I can finish the rest of the video. So as you guys saw from the office, you guys saw how much money we spent, how much money we borrowed, and how much money we made, which was obviously nothing, and how much we went over because it's a full gut, which ultimately leads me into my learning lessons for this project. I didn't give myself enough buffer with the experience I had, which I'm kind of embarrassed about to say. I should have given myself $200,000 at least for this type of property, since it was so horrendous, as you guys clearly saw. And so that really bit me in the at the end of the day. So that was my first learning lesson, is to give myself enough buffer to make money, even if there is surprises that we end up seeing, which is like literally $30,000 roughly of surprises. The second thing is that if I'm gonna be doing a full gut, I'd rather not do a full gut on fixing and flipping. I'd rather do a full gut on a new construction build, and that's why I'm pivoting to buying land and building. Since I'm at this stage of my career where I've fixed and flipped over 60 homes, it's about time for me to go into the new construction. Honestly, it's been taking me a long time because I've been scared. I'm like, you know what? I don't really know what that entails, but that's okay. I'm also willing to learn. The third lesson that I have here is that I just need to continuously build out my vendors and contractors so I can get better pricing for my projects that I'm gonna be complete, because ultimately I provide volume, I can provide a consistent amount of work, and that is why I need better pricing. So if you are a contractor watching this video, give me some wholesale pricing and I'll hook you up with some work. Anyways, that is the learning lessons for this project. Thank you for watching and have a nice day, and subscribe, please.